Well, if a civil war with our dirty brethren to the south isn't bad enough, it looks like our native brethren to the north are kind of up in arms. Hello and welcome to Civil War in Hindsight. I'm Lieutenant Tommy. With me, as always, is Prospector Johnny. And Prospector, week's going to open up with a little bit of a whimper and going to end with another rebellion starting. So,
Wait. What? Okay, I'm gonna wait until you tell me what you mean by another rebellion?
yeah, this one isn't.
We already have half this country rebelling.
Well, we're going to have a little bit more of it doing the same thing. But let's get into it, Johnny. On the 15th of August, near Clarendon, Arkansas, there's going to be a little bit of a skirmish. And then some Union boys are going to go for a little bit of a walk when they leave Fredericksburg to go to Point Royal, Virginia. Again, like we keep doing this walk over and over again for some reason.
Did they do anything?
No, they don't do anything. They just go for a walk.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Great.
On the 16th, McClellan is going to complete his evacuation of Harrison's Landing, officially ending his Peninsula campaign. Way to go.
First thing he's done in a long time, and it was complete an evacuation.
Complete an evacuation.
Get the hell out of there and not attack and not do anything and not fight a war and go sit on my thumb somewhere.
Yeah, well, he's going to go. He's going to move his army to Alexandria, Virginia, where he has been ordered by Halleck to aid in Pope's army against the Army of Northern Virginia. Speaking of Confederate armies, the Army of Kentucky, underneath Major General Edmund Kirby Smith, has crossed the Cumberland Mountains and entered Kentucky, so I can only imagine that that's going to go well for anybody in Kentucky over the next few months.
That should be fine, right?
Should be fine. I'm sure there's not going to be any major decisive battle there.
Now, this is a Confederate going into Kentucky, which is a Union state, right?
Yes, yeah. Did not secede.
A
Union slave state, but Union state.
But it's the Army of the Kentucky, or he's because that's where he invades.
He is the Army of Kentucky, yes.
It's one of those very confusing Confederate naming things that makes it seem like, oh, it's an army from Kentucky. But it's not.
No, it's not an army from Kentucky. It's an army going into Kentucky to
invading.
Try to take Kentucky, I guess.
Okay.
But I'm going to spoiler alert here. Nothing happens in Kentucky the rest of this week. He's just marching into Kentucky.
He's just there.
He's marching in.
Found a field, camped out.
Nothing's actually going to happen this week. Johnny, Confederate raiders are going to defeat a federal force near Lone Jack, Missouri, and immediately be driven off by Union reinforcements. So that was one of the many, many washes that we have in the Civil War where people died and
nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Now, and again, you said raiders, which is different than the army because
these
they
aren't
are a separate set of organized traitors and people who have declared war against the United States.
Yeah, the raiders are usually cavalry from the Confederacy or just like random people who are like, I want to own my slave and you're not letting me. So and they go off and take a couple of pot shots at Union boys. Yep. That's what that is. A federal expedition of gunboats will patrol the Mississippi, where they're going to capture a Confederate steamboat at Milton's Bend. So, war boats the Confederates can't.
Took it?
Yeah, they just take it.
Okay. I mean, they already don't have a navy. They don't have any. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is Is this like a tourist steamboat? Like they're just cruising up and down.
This is like a steamer that's
lunch?
It's like a transport. It may have a can or two on it, but it's transporting supplies. It's not really there isn't any.
So now we have another boat.
Yeah, there isn't any actual naval presence for the Confederacy anymore on the Mississippi. That's with the Arkansas falling and sinking. Their navy.
Yeah, they're at the bottom of the Mississippi River.
Yeah, they're donezo now on the Mississippi. Anything that we capture now is just stupid Confederate, sympathizer boats, not really actually a navy. And Johnny, it appears that our native brethren in the North want to take the opportunity while we fight ourselves to start a little bit of an uprising themselves on the 17th of August. So up in Minnesota, the Sioux Indian on the reservation have we kind of forgot to feed them, Johnny.
To what?
Feed them? We put them on the reservation and we said, hey, we will help ensure that you are fed if you go to this reservation. And then a war broke out and we kind of stopped feeding them and forgot about them. and now they're like, hey, hungry.
Now these are natives that they know how to work land, right? Like they know how to farm, they know how to do everything. Where do we take them from exactly and put them to?
What the Sioux? Yeah, no,
Minnesota?
they're in the This is about their sort of ish normal area. We didn't transport the Sioux so far. This isn't.
Okay, so we just concentrated them into an area where it's all messed up,
Yeah.
and then took all of their previous things that they had, where it's like, okay, this is how we've established. Our
This isn't the Trail of Tears where we move Indians from.
We just took them down the road
to
and took
the desert.
all of their food supplies.
Yeah, we did.
And said we'll take care of it.
And then we didn't.
And then didn't.
Yes.
Okay.
In any case,
and they're mad.
So
understandably,
yeah, understandably mad. They're going to use this as a means to leave the reservation and kill several settlers near Acton, Minnesota. Starting off the Sioux Revolt / Rebellion of 1862. So
now, have they is this like have they set terms? Are they like, this is what we want? Or is this just
no? They're just murdering people.
We're pissed and y'all gonna die now.
Yeah, we're murdering
because we're not ourselves when we're hungry.
Yeah, somebody should give him a Snickers. Any case, on the 18th, the Sioux Revolt Rebellion is going to continue with the Sioux ambushing federal troops at Redwood Ferry, killing 24. Drowning one other and wounding 5 more. So
killing 25. Why are we singling out that they drowned one like that?
There's a difference between shooty bang bang and like holding them under the water till the bubbles stop.
I mean, I guess, but the end result's the same. I mean, tell that to the ultra religious mothers who bury their children in the name of Jesus. Like what?
Well, in any case, Johnny, they only leave 19.
Like that's still a death. Like it's not. It's not.
Only 19
I shot
of the
2
soldiers
children
are
and
able
drowned
to
kill 3
19
kids.
of the soldiers are able to leave and tell the tale, with the settlers in the area rightfully panicking for their life and fleeing for the nearby fort. In happier news, Johnny, General Pope and General Lee are going to pass each other. Like the armies passed. And then Pope is going to draw his forces now to the north bank of the Rappahannock, going, oh shit, Lee was right there. Move to the north bank. And he's going to do what all great Union generals do, call for reinforcements and wait.
Nothing!
No, he's calling for reinforcements and waiting. That's not nothing, Johnny. He's waiting for reinforcements.
It sounds like military speak for nothing.
It's nothing. Yeah, he does.
I don't know. It feels to me like if you have somebody like Lee that you can go and stop him from doing all of the things that he's doing, maybe you shouldn't just stand around for some amount of time waiting for other folks. Maybe just go ahead and charge in there and get them. While you can.
Yeah, you know those reinforcements.
Put an end to them.
Yeah, those reinforcements he's waiting for, Johnny. Can you guess their commanding officer?
If it's fucking McClellan,
it's
oh my
fucking
God,
McClellan.
I'm quitting this. I'm quitting this.
It's McClellan,
series,
Johnny.
Tommy.
It's McClellan. And the second session of the Confederate Congress is going to open up with Traitor President Davis saying that prospects of the war, and I quote here, give assurance to the friends of the constitutional liberty of our final triumph and the pending struggle against despotic usurpation. So I don't think he's looking at the same Confederacy that I'm looking at or the same war that I'm looking at, because he no longer has Tennessee. Missouri's pretty much under control. Kentucky's pretty much under control. He lost Western Virginia. The Mississippi, all but Vicksburg, is under control. Nolens, his largest seaport, is gone. He's lost swaths of land in South and North Carolina. Like, this isn't like the
drumming up support, right?
Yeah, he's trying to drum up support, but it's not like Burnside kicked your ass in the Carolinas. Butler is just committing war crime after war crime in New Orleans after he took occupation there. And war crimes. He's just stealing property. I mean, he's arresting women for making fun of
Oh,
them.
so the little war crimes, not the big ones, and just arresting the women. That's it. Nothing more.
Yeah. He's not like.
That's just handcuffing them, locking them up. That's all.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But Tennessee's gone.
Don't get any idea.
Arkansas is gone for the most part. You lost not half, but a large chunk of your country is already like. Meh.
Literally, a portion of the state that seceded with you said, "Nah, we don't want that," and created their own little area, and they're trying to be their own state because you're
not trying to be, Johnny. They broke off. They filed for statehood. It's coming. I mean, we just got to vote.
So
on
they're
it.
trying to be.
Yeah, they're trying.
It's not been voted on. It's not an official state yet, is it?
No, it's not an official state.
No.
They're in the process, but they're getting there. They're in the process. On the 19th, Johnny, federal forces are going to begin raiding the Louisville-Nashville Railroad and fight back against our native brethren by leading an expedition against the Snake Indians in Washington Territory. So I think we got a little confused as to red people all looking the same and being the same. So we're going to go attack these ones in a completely different area in what is present-day Idaho. Because that
how confused are... How confused are these natives?
Like 3 states over, that's how they're confused they are.
Why are you attacking us? Because you attacked us over there. That's not us. It's not.
It's not the same people.
It's not even our cousins or anything. We don't
even know that we're at war with those people. We hate them too. We
actually have been fighting war with them for 35 years. Where have you been? What is going on? Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Speaking of those Sioux, Johnny, well, they're just going to go ahead and walk around Fort Ridgely and move towards New Ulm, where they're going to murder anybody that they see and burn down any building and home that they find. So,
yeah, sounds like we might have dropped too many straws on their camel's back.
Yeah.
And that back might be broken, and they might be a little bit upset. It's hard to blame them, but also not great timing for us because now we have to fight them too.
Yeah, we got like I said.
Hey, Sim McClellan, not his troops,
just him,
just McClellan. You go take care of them.
While all this is going on, the Union has a brand new department of the Army, named the Department of the Ohio, which is going to look after the security of Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, and Kentucky. And it's going to be headed by a Major General H.G. Wright. So, bureaucracy. Just nepotism here, just giving jobs to people who don't need them because they're somebody's cousin or nephew or uncle.
Just made up a job. Made up. And a complete territory, it sounds like. I feel like I'm being put back in a territory.
Kind of, yeah. The zone of occupation.
All right.
And also on the 19th here, Johnny, a brave newspaper man by the name of Horace Greeley from New York. He's going to, from the New York Tribune, he's going to call out Lincoln on his policy towards slavery, basically saying your attempts to fight the rebellion and your treatment of the slavery issue are preposterous and futile. Nice knowing you, Horace.
I assume next week we will read about horses or learn about horses hanging.
I think we might next week.
For treason and disrespecting and talking bad about Herr Lincoln.
Yeah. He wasn't a big fan of the whole Lincoln suggesting maybe we move all the free slaves to Central America.
Who is?
Apparently Lincoln. Lincoln, Johnny.
What a shit idea.
On the 20th,
Please
Johnny,
don't arrest me, Herr Abraham.
On the 20th, McClellan is still trying to get his army moved into position to help Pope, while Pope is skirmishing
he's really working on it. He's going to get there. Don't worry about it. We're trying.
Pope and Lee are taking pot shots across Rappahannock, while McClellan's moving an army's hard.
Boy, this thumb feels good that I'm sitting on. Going to go ahead and keep sitting on it.
And the Sioux, Johnny, they're going to unsuccessfully attack Fort Ridgely, although it does not appear that loss is going to stop this uprising. So they attempt to take the fort, doesn't work out for them, but they're just backing out
still
and regrouping.
mad?
Yeah, they're just backing out and regrouping because the rebellion is not over
Now,
there.
when we put them in their reservation, do we happen to trade with them lots of guns and stuff and give them guns and ammunition?
No. Not the
Okay, so they're attacking with
what they can steal from
bows, arrows.
There's nothing. I mean, there are laws that would prevent
spears and guns they've taken from dead bodies.
There are laws that technically prevent people who aren't white from owning things like that, but it doesn't stop anybody from like, hey, I'll sell you this.
It's not hard to pick one up off a person you just shot in the face with an arrow or whatever.
Yeah, there's that, and it's also not hard to
or hit in the head with a hatchet.
Go into a fur trader and be like, hey,
whatever,
can I have that? Yeah, sure.
People don't give a shit.
Yeah, people don't give a shit. On the 21st, Johnny, Trader President Davis has declared that the Federal Major General David Hunter and Brigadier General John Phelps are to be treated as outlaws, and if caught, they're to be treated as felons and hung because they are attempting to organize slaves to fight for the Union, and we cannot have that in the South.
Now, sure does seem like Lincoln would agree with that.
What, hanging them as traitors?
No, with not using the
he doesn't.
blacks
he's like I'm all about recruiting. Lincoln is all about recruiting the slaves for their manual labor, not so much for their
not fighting at all. Yeah,
they're
all, good to see that Lincoln and Davis are on the same page for something.
It sounds like they are on the same page on this one at least. And Johnny, this weird week full of insurrection, rebellions, native rebellions, skirmishing, McClellan sitting on his thumb, all that, it's going to come to an end as the North is going to begin allowing the use of postage stamps as currency for small denominations. So
I can go buy my rounds with postage stamps now?
Yeah, out with the half-cent pieces and in with postage stamps. So if you
hold up.
You could take enough postage stamps to your local pub, you can buy yourself a pint with postage stamps.
So I used to have a tiny little piece of metal that I'd be able to put in my pocket, get wet, do whatever with.
Yes.
And that was great. Use that. Now I have to use a tiny little piece of paper that if it gets wet, it also gets sticky.
You don't have to. You don't have to, but you can.
We're not getting rid of the metal.
No, the metal's still there, but you can.
All right, so you're assuring me that $half, dollar coins, all that stuff, we're going to have that forever.
Yeah, we still have coins. We still have some paper. Well,
forever.
There's rumors about paper currency, but you can use those coinage or postage stamps if you want to use a postage stamp to buy your goods and services. That's it for this week in Civil War in Hindsight. If you enjoy Civil War in Hindsight, check out Historic Hindsight. We talk about all kinds of goofy shit like Belle Boyd and her spy escapades, although I'm pretty sure this is more like, Dear Penthouse thing than anything else.